Hey guys, and welcome back to another installment of my monthly investment portfolio updates. We're now at the start of May 2022, so I'm going to show you my changes from March to April in 2022 within my Vanguard account, as well as my Bitcoin holdings within Binance and my stake account. If you haven't seen any of these series of videos, my mission is to help people understand the confusing world of personal finance and investing. And the way that I learn is to see exactly what other people are doing. And as a result, I am completely transparent with how I manage my money, as well as showing you my investments. So stay tuned and I'll be showing you exactly what my current portfolio looks like. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please take a minute to do so. And if you get any value from this video whatsoever, click that like button. Go on, quick, the intro has dropped. Before we get going, I want to say a quick word about financial scams. The world of investing is confusing, and sadly, there's always going to be people trying to capitalize on that. My TikTok and YouTube videos are now inundated with scammers trying to get people to hand over their money to invest in things like FX trading or crypto trading. I'm spending more time than I care to think about trying to delete these comments and report them. The problem is one of them disappears and then another 5 pop up. I mean, just have a look at how many clone scam accounts have been made of me on TikTok, and I don't even have a huge following by any stretch of the imagination. Luckily, I've not heard of any of my followers being caught out by this, but I've certainly seen people engaging with the scam bots, and they are relentlessly commenting on any videos with the word investment in it. They are trying their very best to take advantage of people and steal their money. I know this because every now and again I WhatsApp these losers with a number that they leave in these comments just to see how they operate, and it's safe to say that these people aren't exactly nice. Nobody who's in the financial education space should be messaging you or promising you big results with their trading or investment tips, tricks, or secrets. Nor will they ask you to hand over your money. So please be careful out there and be sure to spread the word to your friends and family. Make them aware of these idiots. For me, this is why financial education is so key, and it's what keeps me motivated to keep creating this content. Let me know in the comments section if you've had any interaction with these scammers and your thoughts on the current situation. Okay, back to the video. So to recap my portfolio in March, my total portfolio was £15,821.56, £13,445.5, split between my stocks and shares ISA and my SIPP within Vanguard, £1,909.43 of Bitcoin within Binance, and £67.08 invested in Tesla with my stake account. So what about April, I hear you say? Well, April was a poor month for stock markets pretty much worldwide. A month that's normally historically good for stock investing turned out to be pretty miserable, with the US stock markets, including the S&P 500 and the Dow, suffering their largest percentage declines since 1970. And pretty much every other market suffering a loss. COVID-19 is still lingering, and the potential war between Ukraine and Russia is clearly having an effect on cost of living, as well as investors' portfolios. If you've seen any of my other videos about investing, you will know that I take an optimistic viewpoint about situations like this. You can either speculate and be terrified about the potential future of stock markets and never invest, or even worse, sell your investments out of fear, or you can take the mindset that all stocks are now at a discount and this makes it a good time to double down on your investments. Then you can sit back, put your feet up, and just wait for everything to recover. It is all about the long game. I am going to pause here just to remind you that nothing in this video is financial or investment advice. These are just my opinions. This is how I invest as a result of everything that I've learned and what I know works well for me. Do not blindly follow me. That goes for anybody, by the way. Research and learn yourself, and of course, learn from me too, because, that's kind of why I'm here. So let's take a look at my Vanguard portfolio. The current value of my Vanguard portfolio is £14,066.59. This is broken down into £6,995.49 in my SIPP and £7,071.11 in my stocks and shares ISA. Now, this is a pivotal month for me as the value of my ISA is finally higher than my SIPP. And if you followed my journey, you will know that I transferred my old pensions from previous employers into my Vanguard account, consolidating them into one, making it easier for me to manage and invest this money myself. So inevitably, this became my target for my stocks and shares ISA to overtake, and it finally has. Who would have thought? this stuff actually works. So the plan is to be as aggressive as I can for the next few years in my ISA because I want to have access to this money earlier than my SIPP. And then in about 10 years' time, I'll just swap it around and be more aggressive in my SIPP. So if we look a little bit deeper into the pension, so as you can see, as far as my pension goes, I'm just consistently, as always, adding around about £100 a month, sometimes 200, but I'm aiming for at least £100 a month going into this account. With a total gain since its inception of £967.24. As you can see there from my company, I've put £100 so far in the financial tax year, which was April. And just a little shortcut to see how many units you're holding of an investment. I clicked on sell. I'm not selling. I am buying and I am holding for the long term. But as you can see, it's the Life Strategy 100% equity fund accumulation. Accumulation meaning it just reinvests in the dividends and it can grow over time. I don't even have to touch it. I can just keep my direct debit going into this account, and over the next 20 or 30 years, I wouldn't even technically need to look at it. But hey, I wouldn't be doing these videos if I didn't look at it. So you can see there, just over 24 units held, nearly £7,000 with the Life Strategy 100. Yes, it's a boring strategy. I'm buying the same thing over and over again, just as yours should be. Let's take a quick look at my ISA. So again, just over £7,000, which I am genuinely really, really happy with. Hey, look. No surprises. Life Strategy 100% equity accumulation. Can you see the trend here? And as you can see, that makes up just over 70% of the portfolio. And as you would know if you've watched any of my previous videos, that I'm investing in the S&P 500. And that's solely for a separate fund of money that I can use to either upgrade our house that we're currently in the future, or to buy an investment property. I just want to separate it, and I wanted to put it in a separate fund just to keep things clean. And as you can see there, we're down £6.78. And that's fine. The stock markets in America had a bad month. That's fine. Discount, discount, discount. But that makes up 26.7% of the current holdings within my ISA. Okay, so let's take a look at my crypto allocation, which is and always will be solely in Bitcoin. The current value here is sitting at £1,844.01, which is down just over £50 from March. Bitcoin has been very volatile this month, and as you can see, the last few months and year has been a bit of a roller coaster. Regardless though, my approach here is exactly the same as I do with Vanguard with my index funds. I'm going to dollar cost average. Whenever I have a bit of extra money to invest, I buy a bit of Bitcoin, regardless of the price. This month, I bought £40 worth of Bitcoin. Nothing of note, but it all adds up. The plan is to buy and hold Bitcoin for the very, very long term, because I believe, as far as crypto goes and digital money, it's the best store of value. That is not advice. That is my opinion after doing far too much research and learning about it. And I advise you to do the same before you go anywhere near it. Learn, and then learn some more. Never invest in anything you don't even slightly understand. Okay, so let's move on to my tiny single stock portfolio on Stake. So I set up Stake a few months ago just to give it a go, really. And I even did a review of the app that you can check out here. So I only invest in one single stock, and that's Tesla, mainly because life goals to buy a Tesla outright. And the value here is £89.78, which equates to just over £71 as of today. I definitely recommend Stake if you want to invest in US stocks, as they don't charge fees each time you buy and sell stocks with them. And if you want to get started with a free share in either Nike, GoPro or Dropbox to get you going, use the link in the description box below and make your first deposit within 24 hours. So in summary, my total portfolio sits at £15,981.60p, with a split of £14,066.59 on my ISA and SIPP with Vanguard, £18,044.01 of Bitcoin within Binance, and £71 invested in Tesla with Stake. Overall, I have an increase of £160.04. Hey, it could be so much better. It could be so much worse. As bad of a month that March was for investors, I'm just glad to be up, even slightly. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the stock market at the moment and what you're currently doing in your portfolio. Remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.